signs you could have stayed. It's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun? Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy?
New?
New?
New.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through colored glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
Okay, today is April 25th, 2022. It is 1:55 p.m. I just finished edit 2 videos that I did before I left for vacation, and I want to take a break from editing, and I have a lot more to share with you. So I'm going on Twitter. This is my back end. Let's refresh. 1,800 subscribers, new subscribers, welcome. Oh, 1,801 new subscribers, welcome. And I have another channel. Is app you team Sussex. I sometimes talk about the Sussexes, but not really, but more so of interesting stories and topics that I'm interested in that caught my attention on Twitter. I share on that channel, and usually lawsuit regarding the Andrew stuff, you will find them on that channel. All right, so I don't have that much time. My kids will be coming from school, so let's go on Twitter. And while the house is quiet, husband is in the office, I have the computer, so let's go on Twitter. I have to give you the scene. I have to give you the scene of my situation. Okay, there's this here. Game over, Sussex party time. Okay, I have one tweet. That's the topic that I put for it. Okay, now that the game are over, I know the reunion is going to be lit. Okay. Oh my God, the squad. That's like the end of the Invictus, and this is what the squad are joking about. Harry can't even walk. Look at Meghan's eye. Looking at Harry, poor Harry. He can't even get on the stage. Oh my God. How wild is she? For those who are new, I actually have a video on that, okay? It's It's a music video. I have on that. Look at Harry. I can't believe I'm cracking up on this. I've seen it so many times.
Reuniting today. I can't wait for I miss him so much. I miss him so much.
Close your eyes, make a wish, and blow out the candlelight. For tonight is just your night.
That's all I want.
I got it.
That's all I want.
I got it. I got it.
Okay, that's me responding. Squaddies are too much. Okay, come on, baby. Lit my fire. What an exciting week. They came, they delivered. They brought so much excitement to the veterans and changed lives. An excellent support system for the families and making new friends along the way. A big thank you to the Sussexes. Okay, a big thank you to Harry and Meghan, Duke and Duchess of Sussex. All right, let's go on the next tweet. I can't believe the squad. There's another one. Once you see it, I don't know if I'm going to still crack at it, but I was dying when I saw it. I was on vacation at that time. All right. What is this now? Okay. Who is the Sussex squad shouting, quote, take a picture? Oh, I remember that. Okay. With Prince Harry and JJ. I just watched it on BBC and INVICTUS Games 2022. How I laugh because that's a sort of crazy I will do one day when I met Harry and Meghan. She actually shared that when she actually took the picture on the day of. So this is the result of it when another squad from the UK is watching it because she's been following us on Twitter. So let's listen.
And why this event is needed now more than ever.
Okay, it's very low. I'm going to have to crack it up.
Watch out, guys. Watch out. Watch out. Hi, guys. How are you? Oh, my God. There you go. I'm here as well.
I didn't know. Take a picture. Take a picture. I didn't know that's the way it sounds. Usually when I come across some of these videos, I literally leave it so when I'm recording, my reaction could be there. I can't believe this. This is the way it is. Let me rewind it. You could see his reaction. He was a little bit frustrated. He wanna finish that interview with Harry. Take a picture. Take a picture. Look at his face. Look at his face. Okay, let's watch.
There you go. I'm here as well. How are you enjoying it? What's been a blast? The silly volleyball, the wheelchair, basket. And why this event is
Oh my God! Take a picture! Take a picture! I need to get back to it. Listen, listen. Oh my God, this is hilarious.
Oh my God. There you go. I'm here as well. How are you enjoying it? What's been a blast? The silly volleyball, the wheelchair, basket.
Oh my God! And he was like, "I'm here as well." So she gave him a hug. There's my laugh. Oh, I did hear it. How come I forgot? I don't know where my head is. I think I was sneaking like to listen to it because my kids were sleeping in the hotel. So I was trying to listen to it very low. Plus this audio is very low. So when I'm editing it, I'm going to crank it up a little bit. There's me laughing. Okay, she took over. Okay, there's the, when Harry and Meghan were in New York, she yelled, this is how she changed. She changed her name on Twitter. I yelled, quote, I love you, boo, to Meghan and Harry. All right, so I tag her on this. All right, when you were in New York City, I put the shade here. Squaddies, be letting it be known and outshine one another. Not a competition, just letting haters and Salty Island know Prince Harry is loved around the world. All right. Oh, somebody responded. What did she say? Okay, right, LOL. All right, she responded. Okay, take a picture. She did not want to miss that moment. Yeah, who knows when she's going to get that moment ever again? Yeah. Okay, she tweeted about it. Otherwise, I would not have made the connection. I know, I remember she did tweet about it. Okay, as soon as I saw the hugging Harry, I knew who they were. They are officially famous in the UK now. Oh my god, this is hilarious. Soon, yeah, she corrected herself. All right, let's go to the next tweet. I can't believe. Take a picture. All right, next tweet. Okay. Oh, why did I do it twice? Let's see here. Who is the squad? Okay, other squad who's tweeting about it. Okay, who is the squad shouting, take a picture with Prince Harry? Yeah, that's the same thing. Yeah, I put it twice. Why is that? All right, so let me remove it from the list so I don't mess it up. Yeah, no, it's a different one. All right, so now I'm going to the UK support vets. Because I think I put this because I didn't come across tweets that says, where the UK officials, okay, were supporting the vets. And I did promise you, whenever I come across any officials from the UK who's supporting their vets for the Invictus, I will share it with you. There it is. All right. Congratulations to all the Team UK winners at this year's We Are Invictus game. So it seems like it was after. That was the 22nd. Today is the 25th. Okay. United Kingdom Government Organization, ahead of the closing ceremony, Defense Ministry, okay, Leo Docty, the UK, has congratulated Team UK on amazing performance at the Invictus game. This is after. When was the 22nd? 22nd was a Friday. So ahead of the closing ceremony, I think closing ceremony was on Saturday. So why did they take too long to at least congratulate them? What about all those pumped up, all the other games that came on before the closing ceremony? There were some UK team competing. Why didn't they prop them up before that? All right. So this was posted on the 22nd. And closing ceremony was the 22nd is Friday, 23rd is Saturday, the 23rd was when the closing ceremony. So they took the whole week. They didn't say anything until now. This is when I came across it and I bookmarked it because I did promise you guys if I did come across anything from officials, because I know a lot of individual Brits, okay, individual Brits were cheering, were posting and sharing their support for their vets of the UK. But officials like the royal family, like elected official, I did not see any until this one. And this one posted this thing the day before the closing ceremony. Okay, so there it is. All right, let's finish with that. Congratulations, Team UK, on an amazing performance at the Invictus game. Reaching the games and earning a place on the pitch is a huge achievement for wounded, injured, and sick personnel and veterans. IG22. Maybe they heard so many outcry why people are not, government are not really supporting them. I didn't come across until this, and it seems like it was a little bit too late. Well, it's not. Well, then again, it's better than nothing. Let me just take it as it is. All right, let's see.
Well, it's absolutely brilliant to be here in The Hague enjoying the action and excitement of the Invictus Games. Team UK has waited a long time for these games throughout the pandemic, and it's been absolutely brilliant to see them in action competing for their country this week. Now, of course, the Invictus Games highlights the very best qualities of our armed forces. Determination in the face of adversity, dedication to their team and to their country, and a commitment to never, ever give up. I'm really proud that the Invictus Games enables our wounded, injured and sick veterans to continue to enjoy the camaraderie of life in the armed forces community. even more importantly, it's one of the ways we can support them in their recovery and rehabilitation. Of course, we owe our armed forces personnel and veterans so much, and it's absolutely amazing to see the support they've received from friends and family here in The Hague, from armed forces personnel cheering them on, from operations around the world, and from supporters of Team UK watching all the action from home. As the games draw to a close, I want to really congratulate every Team UK.
Yeah, as it comes to a close. So what about all the other ones? There were cyclists, there were volleyball, all of this. What about them? They didn't get the support from you. It's near the end, you coming out to say something. But I really, truly appreciate individual Brits who, whether they were able to make it, and some who were making noise on Twitter, wherever they can. I'm mostly on Twitter. I'm not really on IG. I do have an IG account, but I'm not really on IG. But on Twitter, I'm there. I did not come across officials, but individual citizens of the UK. They made some noise as much as they could. And when I came across it, I share it with you, because the spirit of Invictus is for all vets. Whatever injuries that they were facing, we all need to support them. So when I came across them, I share them with you. But this guy, need the closing that he came and said his stuff. He must have heard people were crying on Twitter that what about those officials, the royal family? And Harry did say the Queen sent her personal support for the UK team, but the kind of noise they usually make for other things, the negativity on Harry and Meghan, I didn't hear the positivity for the vets. All right, so let's finish. Listen.
Competitor, for their resilience over the last few years, for their dedication to their training and recovery, and the humbling spirit they've shown during these games. You are the embodiment of Invictus. You are unconquered.
I guess I have to say thanks. Well, it's up to the UK vets to do this, but I'm sharing it with you. I came across it as I promised. Okay, more UK officials should have come out to support their Invictus Game 2022 athletes. I appreciate anyone from any Brits personnel individual who say anything positive about their vets. I'm okay, and I'm happy to see. So I made my comment on the day that I saw it. Okay, there's the clap, love UK. Okay, I have observed the lives that have been saved and changed by the Invictus Game. I have been inspired by the men, women, and children that I met. The seeds of hope have been planted for countless lives. Thank you for the service, Prince Harry, and we are the Invictus team. Wow, there they are here. And I have to say, I may not be able to show everything. There were a lot of tweets, where Harry, I think, specifically go to each team, give each team his time and support, and he chat with them and all of that. So that's a lot. No wonder why when one of the squads during the Invictus Game, one of the squad asked for a second hug, and Harry was like, "I'm sorry, I'm busy," and stuff like that. You could see why. Because he wants to give each and every single team a special time of his time to chat with them and understand their stories and all of that. So that's that. Let's see here. I knew the Invictus Game are not about me, but seeing my name and the credit amongst the talented group makes me so proud, especially for those who got me here. Okay, and when I consider, look at them crying, my goodness. And when I consider how dark my life once was, it's a true testament to the transformation power of We Are Invictus. All right, 2 minutes and 20 seconds. I wasn't really gonna play that.
Invictus, are you ready?
It's been hard for you to make it. I'm gonna mute the sound because I will get flagged for it because it's a music, but let's play.
recent sprint treble for the man from Belfast.
I was looking in the
Invictus Gold to the
darkness,
pool for Rachel Williamson.
something to hold on. Find you when you were so
Invictus fans for the UK.
felt something was wrong. I think I'm in love, 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 I'm in love with you. I'm in love
The
with
United
you.
States are the champions.
Ooh, I'm in love with you.
This means the world to the Team UK veterans.
I'll do what it takes.
Wow. Maybe what I'll do with this video, when I'm playing it on the tweet video, I'll share it without the music, but I'll probably will put it out. Where can they see it? Maybe at We Are Invictus? I don't know. I don't want to take credit for all of this. Maybe put it, even though if I get flagged for it by itself. I don't know. All right, let's see here. She's home. The flag of the Invictus game has arrived at its first destination in Dusseldorf. I pronounce it wrong. The Mercus, was it? Spiel Arena will be our Invictus game park at IG23. After a short stop, we will take the flag to the town hall to officials make Dusseldorf a home for respect. All right, let's see here. 29 seconds. That's them. That's it. Oh goodness, as I'm watching this is a huge plus for the UK.
Invictus, are you ready?
But because of their hate, they just can't help themselves, and while the positive is just passing them by because of their hate. All right, there's this United Kingdom government organization. Today is Anzac Day, when we commemorate the courage and sacrifice of all Australian and New Zealand Armed Forces personnel. Defense Secretary B. Wallace MP has paid tribute to our Commonwealth partners. The UK stands shoulders to shoulders with the armed forces of Australia and New Zealand on Anzac Day. We recognize the sacrifice of previous generation and the ongoing service of our armed forces. All right, so let me go to the next tweet that I bookmark to share. Okay, there's this. Princess Meghan's husband, Prince Harry, Invictus Game, Netherlands. Look at him holding his, playing with his ring. All right. She's in his mind, touching and playing with. Love how he let him know she is princess. Okay, Harry knows he can touch and twirl his wedding ring. Yep. Let's go to the next tweet. All right. There's that. He's married and he loves it. Yep. He played with his ring. Let people know I'm married. Right. His wife is intelligent and beautiful. They are free and they are thriving. Watched and Duchess of Sussex thrive with confidence. He is not looking back. Yep. Okay. Yes. And I love my candle. Okay. Meghan and Harry living their best lives. She showed us her candle. I'm telling you, those not inspiration. Inspiration. Read it again. Look at Harry. Looks nice on blue and blue. There they are. Well, that's what it says. All right, next tweet. Hopefully I could go over some of those tweets really quick. I need to watch the Johnny Depp thing. I'm not watching it right now. It's going on. Okay, if I was Harry, I start stretching my back. That's so squad. Oh, it was supposed to be with the other tweet. All right, if I was Harry, I start stretching my back. Okay, hope Mama Dovia has planned with kiddos for the next few days. Meghan already got kiddos settled for Papa Harry's homecoming. Okay, I'm just saying. Okay, that's the squad putting the GI. Oh, one of the best moments from their tour. Yep, everybody knew what happened. I knew. because the day before they were interviewing Meghan, and she was like, "Oh my God,
I can't wait for I miss him so much. I miss him so much.
I miss him so much. I miss him." And then next day, this is what happened. For missing. Okay, that's the laugh. One of the best moments from their tour. Meghan was so proud of her work. I know. No, she was happy to be reunited with her husband. They were reunited the previous day after being separated for days during an interview. Knows the story on how much she misses her husband. My story is that he hurt himself painting trees or doing whatever when they were apart. Okay, the yoga that night was hot. Okay, let's see here. My goodness, I wonder how that... Let me not put nonsense in my head. Okay, now that the games are over, I know the reunion is going to be lit. Okay, so that's where this one was. Okay, there it is. Quite come on, baby, lit my fire. Week they came, they delivered, they brought so much excitement to the veterans and changed lives. Excellent support system for the families and making new friends along the way. A big thank you to the Sussexes. Okay, a big thank you to Harry and Meghan, Duke and Duchess of Sussex. All right, look like I bookmarked this twice. Next tweet. Okay, if I was Harry, I start stretching. Okay, why am I seeing the same thing over again? That's the same thing. All right, let's see here. What happened? Next tweet, there's this. Is the quote, take a picture for me. All right, so there it is, 15 seconds. Is that a better volume?
Watch out, guys. Watch out. Watch out. Hi, guys. Hi, how are you going? Oh, my God.
There you go. I'm here as well.
I'm here as
How
well.
are you enjoying it? What's been a blast?
Nice to see you. Watch out, guys. Watch out. Watch out.
This is a better volume. Oh my goodness, the squad are crazy. Let's play it one more time.
Hi, guys. Hi, how are you going? Oh, my God.
There you go. I'm here as well. How are you enjoying it? What's been a blast?
Nice to see you. Watch out, guys.
Take a picture. All right, let's look. Next tweet. I'm telling you, the squad or something. We all have the same kind of crazy personality when we're fooling around, we're fooling around. When we're being serious, no whole bards. Believe in, go after our own Sussex, our own team if we get out of line. All right, next tweet is about Harry, INVICTUS Games, insight from People magazine. So this is a bike, I guess, for Archie. That with the training wheel. Wow. This must be a good article for you to share. Okay, when I got to this part, the audio wasn't working. But what I did is that I click on the link to see what it was about, and all I saw was advertisement. So I'm not gonna share the link. Next tweet is just advertisement. Next tweet. Okay, Archie got a cute bike from IG at Harry and Meghan. Okay, Archie's INVICTUS bike. We'd like to see Archie on it next month when he turns 3. Well, we are going to see his feet this time. Last time it was his back. Next tweet. This man can return to California with his head held high, knowing he showed the world what an extremely effective leader he is, being supportive and encouraging, showing empathy for others and all that he does. Well done, Prince Harry. This is what duty and service really looks like and feels like. Cutting ribbons and bashing liquor bottles against a ship is not it. Here, bravo, Prince Harry. Well said. Amen. There's more. Next tweet. Okay,
So
revealed
I'm
hundreds of
recording this
crimes
part of the
recorded at
video.
Royal Palace,
The audio
including
aspect
drugs,
of it was
weapons,
not
and
working.
violence
Now I
offenses.
realize it's because of
So
this
this, I think
particular
I wanted
tweet.
to share that
Alright,
for
so
my other
revealed
channel, but
hundred of
not
crimes
here. Let me
recorded at
bookmark
royal
this.
palaces,
All right, let me
including
read
drugs,
the
weapons,
comments.
and
When I
violent
have time,
offenses.
I'll come back to it. It will be on my other channel.
I think when I
Sussex.
first
Oh dear,
recorded
aren't
it,
the
I
royal reporters not
bookmarked it,
concerned
so
for
maybe
their
one
queen?
day when I have time, I
Alright,
could come
this is the
back
thing
and
where
read
Harry
that
was saying
article.
to Hoda.
So I bookmarked
She
it.
just Harry
Let me
just want to
continue
make
with some
sure
of the
the
tweets.
queen is safe.
It's
Alright,
not gonna
and get
match
those
with the
supporting
video,
people that
the
around
video
her.
aspect of it, because
Queen
I'm doing a
Elizabeth running a
voiceover
whole mafia
of my
and
original
racketeering
recording.
scheme out of
Oh
Buckingham
dear,
Palace
the
with
royal
Prince Andrew.
reporters not
I don't know.
concerned for their queen.
I don't know.
Queen Elizabeth running
I
a whole
don't know.
mafia and
I'm just gonna
racketeering
shut my
scheme
mouth.
out
I
of
just read
Buckingham
what was
Palace
there.
with
That's
Prince
all.
Andrew. He only has girls. He's a girl dad only. So let's see here. Again, I'm doing a voiceover. This is the king of the Netherlands. This is all the, I guess, his children, his family pretty much, and wife. So he only have girls. So I was commented on it. The king and his happy girls. How cute. They give energy. They don't suck. Great family. And there's my tweet. I was making fun of it because he only have girls, and when he was at dinner with Harry, he was having a blast, so he was more than happy to get away from the girls. Okay, he only has girls. He's a girl dad only. No wonder he was having a blast at the Invictus. Not that I'm saying there's an issue in his family, but I think he was happy to be hanging with his cousin, another guy, for a while. They look normal, modern, and happy. His mother was an incredible queen who advocated to allow a young family on the throne. This seemingly nice man, nowhere on in my consciousness until the Invictus game. He was so welcomingly warm to Harry, so uninhibited in his exuberance while enjoying the games. He has proven some royals can be likable like Harry. I see a lot of pictures of them on Facebook, mostly for what Queen Maxima is wearing. Like the equally fashionable Letizia of Spain, she is a civilian who married into royalty. Lovely looking family. The little girl looks just like Papa. The king is such a relaxed, relatable, and fun person. Wasn't he the one that worked for KLM for a long time without anyone recognizing him? I looked that up. He was a pilot under an assumed name. The article said that some people recognize his voice. Okay, I have no idea anything about this royal. I'm just reading the tweets for you guys, especially for those who's driving. Okay, I'm proud to be Dutch. You should be. Your royal family are all lovable. No food shortages in the Netherlands. Kensington Palace is the only place with a food shortage. Now this is a modern looking royal family. They get it. Happy inside and out. Beautiful modern family. No court dress, no court dress or little house on the prairie dress in sight. Somebody is trying to stop wearing court dress now. Now the stuff Meghan was wearing and was abomination. They call them unroyal. Now they premature aging. Kate is wearing all of them. They are all so cute. I'm gonna stop reading them because it's hard to try to match and rearrange with the thing. It's giving me so much problem. So I'm just gonna go to the part that's working on my original recording.
And that is essentially the dream said, Prince Harry is going to be the future king of England. How do I know this? It correlates well with the other energy surrounding the other prince and his princess that still live in England. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are the future king and queen of England. Oh my goodness. Doodaloo.
I sort of agree with him, but the only side of this, I've said this before, way before this video, I said this. The UK is gonna be in such a mess. Nobody's gonna believe anyone, especially the royal family, the ones that are in the UK right now. Okay? The only person they will trust is Harry. In order for Harry to put the UK back to some sort of a positive direction, he will have to run for some sort of MP, however it runs over there, for people to select him to be the prime minister. Okay? I don't think he will want to be the king of England, but as a MP of the UK. I've said this a long time ago. And I don't think he really wants to do it, but he might be pushed to do it because the UK is going to be somewhat of a chaotic kind of thing. All right. So when I saw this, it caught my attention, and that's the only side of that. I don't think he will want to be the king of England. He probably want to be prime minister for, not want to, but he will do it just to put the country back in shape in a better direction. And then he wants to go private again, continue what he's doing with Meghan. All right. So that's the only thing I have to say about that. So I'm not discredit him. Maybe I should retweet that.
Well, I've had a second.
All right. Let's go to the next tweet.
Dream.
There's this here. This one I saw today, and I already posted on my community board. Okay. Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda, Gaston Brown, told the Wessex today the country intends to become a republic in the future, but has no immediate plans while the Queen reigns. Brown also spoke to Edward and Sophie about the importance of Britain paying reparation for former colonies. All right, so there's the future. The picture. There they are here. Wow, what an embarrassment. Wow. Okay, and I think I responded Sam's thumbnails on my community board as well. Okay, I've been calling it since 2020. Here's a few thumbnails of my videos discussing the British royal family stupidity. There's this one. I've been talking about it. And there's one of it where you see William standing. I think it was one of his earth shot kind of thing he was doing. And he stood in front of a map. And then I quickly, the minute that I saw it, I thought of these thumbnails. All right? I have no idea how I thought of these thumbnails when I was doing it. All right? So this, we're starting to see it. I said the storm is coming. All right? So there's this one. There's so many other videos that I have that sort of put a hint of things to come. Okay? So it begins. All right? And I put the picture of the queen on top of each of those dominoes as the dominoes are falling. Okay? And there's here. This one, I have another version of it. This one, because of the orange part, that was supposed to be on, what was the other, Patreon. I was thinking of creating Patreon and put that video there because there were a lot of things that I was saying. I did not have proof to show it, but they're coming true now. Now they're coming true. I never created the Patreon account, and I never put it, I cut some part out. The one that is on YouTube, I cut the part that I could not prove, but this one I left everything in. All right, you see the map of the world. This is where the Commonwealth located at. All right, all the parts the Commonwealth located at. And I was like, it's gonna break up. The Commonwealth is gonna break up. I don't remember the date that I made them, but I know it was in 2020. And this is another thumbnails of another video. And I said here, she left, so take notes. Okay, it will never be the same. All right, there it is. 100% original. Yep. There's that. Okay. Did they give him a signed picture of themselves too? Like they did with St. Lucia, Prime Minister. Talk about tone deaf. My goodness. Wow. I think the squad put a tweet about it. Look at his face. This is what they bought. We need money for the country to be in a better shape, but you're giving them some nonsense. What the hell? They probably were so proud of it. But then when they come, they want to take. All right, take all your natural resources, everything. But then when they come back, they bring some nonsense. What you gonna do with that? My goodness. Oh my God, these people are crazy. Okay, they ask for reparation, compensation. They give them a picture of themselves, tone deaf. Okay, I love these conferences, first held by Prime Minister Holmes and now Prime Minister Love Antigua. Where can we watch this denunciation of the institution of the British monarchy? Brown was welcoming toward them, spoke about climate change, and equipped about dining with Prince Philip in Malta and being surprised at his sense of humor. He said Prince Philip did not feel superior to others, lol. He also spoke about Sophie's work with the blind. Brief comments by EOW, all right, meaning their contract ended after the reign of the Queen Elizabeth II. I guess they will be left with England by this time. Okay, I have a feeling England is also going to get rid of them also. Wow. Okay, that's the thing here. The dominoes falling. I've been calling it. All right. Sophie wishes she had a time machine. Go back to Commonwealth Day service March 2020 to erase any mean girl traces. Yeah, the thing they didn't see coming. I've mentioned it in other videos. They hire private investigator to dig up all sort of nonsense about Meghan. But the only thing they failed to do, which was right in front of them, was her social media post. Okay? And they made her close it down. And what did you expect? You made her close it down. I believe the TIG, she had something on Twitter. I was not following her at that time. I know she existed, but I was not following her. Due to the Sussex squad, I'm aware she had IG posts, she had her website and all of that. So when she married into the royal family, they made her shut it down. And they forgot to look at the numbers, how many followers she had. Okay? So now the communication with the public is no longer there, and they know she's in the UK. What do you think people were going to do? They want to know more. So they will read any nonsense that were being printed out. And this is how they got me. Because each time I look into Meghan, how my girl is doing, how this is doing, they got me with the headshots. Not headshot. How do they call this? Those bold text and stuff like that. The headlines. That's it. The headlines. Each time I look and I read the thing, it's negative. And I was like, wait a second. This cannot be. She just married into the royal family. She could be that bad. My goodness. And that blueprint, they didn't think to at least once in a while write something positive about her, not to trigger people like me to want to know more. Why is she this way? And then it's to the nonsense, constant negativity. I had to find out more. And as I dig more, I'm reading. It's because of them I'm on Twitter. I had my personal Twitter account since 2009. Okay, I didn't even know. In 2019, 2020, and I wanted to find out how was there other people talking about it. I didn't even know how to navigate around Twitter. I had to go to YouTube to find my way around. And then through that, and I'm reading stuff, and thank God I come across right to the Sussex squad. And I think it was Tina or Michelle I stumbled upon. All right, right through that, and I'm finding out Sophie had miscarriage, had all sort of things. And I was like, my goodness, for a woman who had miscarriage, and then you see a pregnant woman being dragging left and right on media, on the British media, you don't come to her defense and all of that. And it was to those questions. I was questioning myself. I came across other squad were saying, oh, she had a miscarriage. I was like, really? And I went and found out. Yes, she did. And then through that, and I was able to find out about her husband who had Ardent Production. Through that, I found out for 7+ years, I think it was 7, could be 7 or 8, one of those, he was claiming losses. Okay, for 7 years. Can a business want 7 years claiming losses? And I was like, what the F? How did he manage it? And then a couple months later, as I'm watching a video from Rachel Maddow, who was talking about Trump, each time it's tax season or something, he either claim he lost whatever revenue on his property. And when it's time for him to sell his property, he claimed, how much the house is worth, billions or whatever. And I was like, and I put one and one together, and I was like, this is why he claimed losses for almost 7 or plus years, that he didn't make that much money because he didn't want to pay taxes, because at that time he was a private citizen, but they should have just leave Meghan alone. Don't talk about her. And long and behold, you have a lot of dirt in your closet, skeleton, you name it, skeleton, dirt, all sort of stuff in your closet. You made people look deeper. All right? And you forgot she had so many followers. I was not one of them, but through her followers, I came across, all sort of things. And I had to ask myself questions. All right, let's read this and then move on. Okay, I'm glad that all of the mean girls showed their true colors for the world to see. At least Meghan no longer have to deal with any of them. Moreover, she's richer than all of the women married into the royal family and most members. Like a few of the Commonwealth, she moved on. That's why Queen goes, she does. So does the Commonwealth. Okay, she's reigned for 70 years and left that her hair are incapable of recreating. Instead, they have, and the stench of their hubris is suffocating. Hubris of suffocating. Okay, UK should stop embarrassing vanity tours and should only go visit when they apologize and pay reparation. Colonial history does not represent what is great about Britain, but rather the worst of it. And then let's not forget, somebody put all of that. Look at his face. And let's not forget, before I forget that thought, UK removed itself from Brexit, from the European Union. So when they go into their disaster down drain, they're gonna be by themselves, something like that. All right, let's see what they want. You see, they didn't even put the UK flag there. Okay, what they got. All right, there's that. All right, let's go to the next here. This one, is about Dr. Scholler. Let me move that to, I think I want to do Dr. Scholler to on. So I'm moving some stuff here. Dr. Scholler should be another video. All right, Royal Family, Sky News. Where was that? Okay, I start here. Royal Family, Antigua. Copy by herself. Okay. Oh, so that's the one. Okay. There's this Queen Elizabeth spotted out for a drive for her 96th birthday and bright pink lipstick. All right. Is she driving herself? It's hard to see. Isn't the real the
feel being back? Being with her.
Being with her, it was great. It was just so nice to see her. She's on great form. She's always got a great sense of humour with me, and I'm just making sure that she's protected and got the right people around.
Well, you is on the right or something like that. But anyway, Queen Elizabeth II is a wonderful and courageous lady. I have nothing but the highest respect for her. Happy birthday to a nice lady. That must be one of. But anyway, that's her opinion. Let's see here. All right, there's no comment. All right, but she allowed her son to be a pedophile. But anyway, Queen Elizabeth II and I were taking to my first ever bath, an infant. Let me move on. I don't want to read nonsense. It's on the screen. You could read. All right. Next tweet. All right, there's this here. Wait, what? Abolishing monarchy after Queen's death survey. All right, and quote, it's better to start the process now. That's from Toronto City News. All right, majority of Canadians support abolition after Queen's death. Okay, a new survey finds a majority of Canadians will support severing ties with the British monarchy once her reign comes to an end. Like they said, looks like once she's dead, everything is gone. That's why they're holding to dear life with her. Okay, there is so much that needs to be done. Let's start now. Abolish the monarchy. When Queen Elizabeth dies, will you support or oppose recognizing each of the following? Prince Charles as King, Canada's head of state. Okay, 67% said oppose, 33% support. Camilla as Queen, 76 oppose, 23 support. Angus Reid, that was April 7, 2022. Okay, 1,600 to Australia. What will happen to Australian money when Queen Elizabeth dies? I mean, it could still stay because she was there. It's not like she never existed. So she was there. Okay, that's another thing. I'm not going to click the article. There's me here saying, oops. All right. And she said, wrap it up. All right. Let's go to the next tweet. That's just the highlight. There's so much to share. I don't know. I guess if some of you want me to go to certain kind of tweets, you could always ask me to go back and make a video of them. This one, I'm probably going to have to blur some part of it because there was a naked man coming out of the balcony, okay? Of the balcony, I don't know which palace is that. What in the name is this? Naked. Okay, backside squaddies, come see ghetto. Okay, remember that time a naked boy was filmed by a tourist trying to escape from was it Buckingham Palace? There's the looking eye. They tried to covering it up, saying it was a film for a UK bonsai TV show called, quote, The Royals, and quote, that was never ever released. There's the thinking face. Who was this poor kid? We ignore. Was he escaping from Andrew's room? All right, I'll come back to this. Oh my God. Totally naked. Oh my God. I'll come back to the thread. Let's see here. I never heard of that. That is news. There's me saying here. I'm like, what the F? Me too. Now I believe Meghan was so lucky to escape with her life. I now believe there no above killing a child. So, okay, so glad she had her own doctor. Seriously. Okay, I'm still pondering over a night nurse who was suddenly fired when Archie was a newborn after only a few days. Very suspicious. For those who are new, because I see my subscription is going, I touched this topic already when the topic where, the night nurse got fired or something like that. My assumption, my humble opinion with that is that they probably, humble opinion, probably did, hire her to, not Harry and Meghan, the royal family, whoever hired her, to do the unthinkable. And then they will blame it on Sid. Sid is that thing where the child died while he or she was sleeping, and then they can never find the cause of that. Okay? That's what I thought they were going to blame it on. But thank God, the spirit of whatever above made either Harry or Meghan to get up in the middle of the night to go check and then to find out this is what was happening. And then they fire her on the spot. I'm telling you, that our prayers is going the long way. All those little cracks we cannot see with our own two eyes, our prayers is filling it up. Okay? Whoever, the spiritual world, whatever it may be, is filling it up for us. All right, so I'm in this here now. This is the video of the tourist who happened to film the naked boy going down the window of the palace. Literally, oh my God, butt naked. My goodness. What the hell they were doing to him in there? Wow. These are things you see on movies. Butt naked. Is it one shoes and he dropped himself? My goodness. It's 30 seconds. All right, let's see it. Dirty exploiting slave traders. That was come to mind. Okay, abolish the monarchy. Don't forget those poor orphans. All right, there's more things here. No witnesses ever succeed in taking or seeing the royal family in court. Something always happened to them. Okay, let's read this here. Okay. There was something that I read regarding one of Charles' friend who asked somebody was bothering, I think it's a priest or something like that. He contacted Charles and said, this kid is bothering me and this is at it again. And then next thing you know, they claimed the kid did suicide. All right, so they all are baggage for God. That's it, baggage for God. Okay, let's see here. Conveniently, The last native eyewitnesses in Canada died just before they could give evidence in court against the Queen and Prince Philip. Wow. I mean, wonder if Prince Philip is doing his time right now, wherever he's at in the afterlife. Okay, the Aboriginal man who claimed to witness the abduction of 10 fellow residential school children by the Queen of England and her husband in October 1964 at the Catholic school in Kamloops, British Columbia, had died suddenly at the Catholic-run St. Paul's Hospital in Vancouver. William Cobbs, age 59 and in good health, was scheduled to be a primary witness at the opening session of the International Tribunal into Crimes of Church and State, all right, on September 12 in London, England. Okay, I last saw William 10 days ago on the eve of my departure for a European speaker. Looked better than I had seen him in years. Yep, they got rid of him. Okay, in October 1964, when I was 12 years old, I was an inmate at the Kamloops School, and we were visited by the Queen of England and Prince Philip. I remember it was strange because they came by themselves. What? What? No big fanfare or nothing, but I recognized them, and the school principal told us it was the Queen, and we all got given new clothes and good food for the first time in months the day before she arrived. At the school, I was part of a group of kids that went on a picnic with her and her husband, and some of the priests down to a meadow near Dead Man's Creek. That itself, the name of that creek said it all. I remember it was weird because we all had to bend down and kiss her foot. What the fuck? Bend down and kiss her foot. A white lace boot. What in the name? After a while, I saw the Queen leave the picnic with 10 children from the school, and those kids never returned. We never heard anything more about them and never met them. They were all around. They were all from around there, but they all vanished. What in the name? Wow. They all are baggage for God. That's it. All baggage for God. What is this now? Okay, who is the Queen of England? How long in her power? Okay, so some question here. Queen Knights, pedals, enough said. Why? How many pedals knighted? We know about Jimmy Savile. We know about Kevin Spacey, honorary knighthood. We know about George Mitchell, honorary knighthood. Epstein told his childhood friend she knighted him too. Who else? Please add it. What in the name? Oh my. Let me move on. This is just too much. Wow. Hundreds of thousands of documents related to Nazi have been archived in the Round Tower of Windsor Castle. It was also reported they had destroyed most of it too. Political material dated before 1917 is non-accessible and is just a hidden mystery. Only royal family knows the truth. Okay, what is this? Kerr Erbach, author of Go Between for Hitler, a new book about the relationship between the royals and the Nazis, has spent years trying to gain access to documents relating to Nazi Germany held in the Royal Archives. She described the archives in Windsor Castle Round Tower as a beautiful place to work, but not if you want to work for the 20th century material. You don't get any access to anything political after 1918. Wow. Okay, what else? Okay, what will be the fatal accident? Before her final accident was in the United States fundraising for LM victims and meeting Mother Teresa because ill, who knew that she also visited Hillary Clinton at White House and apparently Epstein at St. James. Okay, Epstein at St. James. Let's see this one. At what will be their last meeting, Diana and Mother Teresa walked hand in hand to the street of the Bronx in New York City. Report at the time said Mother Teresa, who was in serious poor health, blessed the princess during her 40th minute visit, which followed Diana's meeting at the White House with Hillary Clinton. On September 5th, that same year, 1987, old Mother Teresa died in Kolkata, India. Okay, Let's see here. I'm telling you, the squad be having some receipt. Climbing on the Buckingham Palace balcony with Charles and Diana after their royal wedding. Okay. Quote, the first flight was a work trip with female colleagues to look at Epstein's new home in Santa Fe to discuss what art he was going to buy. Santa Fe. Okay, wait a second. I remember talking about this. What is it? The age of consent there, I think it's 15. You might see this and somewhere on my other channel, Team Sussex, because I remember talking about why would he choose that state? I'm talking Epstein, the Epstein, who died in prison and all of that. And I remember talking about why would he choose that state? And this is the state where he took Virginia and some molestation happened and all of that. Those massage and all of that. All right, because I think it's the age of consent is 15. So they choose that state because it fits the age that they want to do things with kids. My goodness. And then when you look at the New York thing here, the judge didn't bother. The judge said, even though if Virginia was age of consent, all right, the fact that she said no, that was good enough for the judge. All right. The first flight was a work trip with female colleague to look at Epstein's new home in Santa Fe to discuss what art he was going to buy. So there's a possibility Andrew went there. Okay, just my humble opinion. She said per the Daily Mail, Hembo was an employee of Christie's in New York at that time. Okay, at the time. Okay, I was killed because I discovered child trafficking. Wow. Okay, so there's that list again. What was reported, what really happened. All right, so you could freeze your screen and read. This gives me Jeffrey Dahmer vibes. Horrifying. Okay, horrifying. Okay, this has been debunked a long time ago. It's not BP, but some other palace. And it was to promote the royals, a series about the fictional royal family. I dislike the royal family as well, but there's enough fact. Okay, you have to put, but let me just read. But there's enough facts out there without having to resort to spreading misinformation. Let's stick to facts. I mean, believe me, there's enough. So pretty much this comment is reflecting on the video of the naked boy jumping at the window of the palace. I mean, our eyes could see, and we, like I've said in the original recording, there's enough evidence and enough information to say certain things to back up some of our claims. But this one is trying to discredit what we're seeing. I mean, yeah, I understand there's a lot of misinformation, but our eyes cannot really deceive us. All right? We see what we see. We see what we saw. But anyway, let's get back to the original recording. Enough facts out there to say certain things. All right, let's go to the next tweet. There's more comments, but let's go to the next tweet. There's this one here. Lord, okay. He is a law of Kate Middleton, Duchess of Cambridge, the future king's uncle, has sex allegation hanging over his head. The future queen consort in law has sex allegation hanging over his head too. A family of sex press. Okay. Rape quiz. Paper Middleton's father-in-law questioned by French judge over claim he raped a 16-year-old girl. Okay, that was 24 April 2022. All right. Whoever's retweeting that is saying, yeah, it's Kate Middleton's too. It's not just paper. All right, let's see. This was read by the invisible contract. Show no fun ends about this potential pedo because his daughter-in-law's sister is married to an heir to the throne. Okay, I have no doubt that's what happened. All right, so they threw paper's name on the headline. All right, next tweet. There's this here. That's another squad talking about the same thing. Paper Middleton's father-in-law questioned by French judge over claim he raped a 16-year-old girl. All right. Paper Middleton's father-in-law has been questioned by a French judge over claim that he raped a 16-year-old girl 4 years after the allegation first emerged. The story got buried. Imagine if it had been Meghan's sis from his mama's side. Oh, there will be documentaries about this. Yeah, I mean, they all are baggage for God. There'll be the usual deafening silence
surrounding this on broadcast media, but I'm glad this is coming back to haunt him and that family. Where's the justice? If I remember rightly, a second woman told police that David Matthews raped her in the UK in the 1980s. Wow! What is wrong with these people? What in the name? Okay, what the hell is wrong with these elites? That's what I'm saying too. And their effing depraved obsession with other people's children. Yeah! Did Mark Kardashian Middleton did her research before she arranged the social climbing effort. Okay, exactly. Then my middle Kardashian helped write that article about, quote, the other side of the tracks, and quote, Kempton through her wooden friends. Now look at Karma doing her thing. All right. So these are things I know of, but if the squad didn't mention it, I would not know. Okay, the Middleton does seem to have unfortunate relative in-laws, Uncle Gary, Uncle Nance, and now Mr. Matthews. Okay, unfortunately, every family has their problem too. But strange how British media aren't going on and on about these two. Both of these people are connected to the future, not outrage over their alleged action. You know, with what Andrew is being accused of, and he just got himself out of it. You think they want to mention this? Nope, they're just gonna turn a blind eye. But meanwhile, karma will do its work. All right, we leave it to the Lord to take care of it. Okay. Side note: people's husband looks creepy. I know, I saw that too. Oh my God, it does. It does. When I saw that picture, I didn't want to say anything. More side notes. Oh my God. Read more on People Middleton. There's another side note. Let's see here. Pip inside the new tourist attraction for kids planned by People Middleton. Anything with those UK people and all of that has to do with kids, it's stay away. All right? They just want to, anything that have to do with kids, just don't bring your children there. That's all. Sisters, a class act. Kate and People Middleton, Crown Britain best love sisters. Okay, what the hell? Okay, all right. Is this a new case? This story first broke in 2018, the height of Meghan's abuse, and it wasn't even a blip on the radar for the middle blum. Meanwhile, Junior's domestic violence arrest got more press. Disgusting people. Don't quote me, but I believe it's the same case. Okay, I heard 5 different media outlets report on Samantha Grant, named Marco, adding Harry to her ridiculous defamation suit, yet nothing about this. How strange. Okay, oops, isn't that the Duchess sister family asking for a friend, Millie? Okay, yep, Kate Middleton's sister's father-in-law. Imagine bringing their children around those lots. I'm telling you, I'm also was a court interpreter, meaning I've some experience in the field. Okay, tell us more. Okay, introduce yourself, so tell us more. I like the way she said it. Considering the poor record of French justice on rape, this is very serious. The man was placed in custody back in 2018 and charged with the rape of one of his minor niece. What? His niece? Oh my God. French justice is usually casual such matters, reluctant to charge foreigners, meaning France. No doubt he did it. Okay? Oh, no wonder the hit piece on Harry and Meghan's My God wasn't the girl a family member too. Wow. Let me move on. I didn't want to stay on this too much. Okay? Throwing the Sussexes out of the balcony. Okay. These, I think, all right. Let's move this to another. Jamaica, let's do this instead. I'm shuffling some stuff around. And, all right, yeah. All right, the other ones will be another video. Okay, maybe it will be on App Your Team Sussex. All right, you've been saying this for a while, that, Jamaica will take note. Okay, yeah, her country, LOL. Okay, yet the British press and the Rangers thought wise to racially attack and harass her right before a royal tour to her country, LOL. Okay, so this is a thread of that. Okay, I was surprised to be named on the honorary list, and Jamaicans and Britain, a legacy of leadership, a first of
its kind book which highlight the contribution of many Jamaicans and descent to British life. Okay, I'll come to that. Yep, but the racist rats and warrior derangers won't listen or chill out. Instead, they went full throttle on a British Jamaican woman 1.5 weeks before the tour. Serves them right. Before the tour, served them right. Oh, I got it now. So Nadine White was the one who retweeted, I think it was something Palmer. Was it Palmer? Who tweeted the fact, okay, one of the royal rats, okay, who tweeted about William, who said there was never any war in the European continent and he never seen war, something like that, okay, in Asia or something like that. And then Nadine White retweeted whatever the royal rats have tweeted. So now when the backlash came, talking about William saying that the European continent never had war, so the backlash started. Okay, before it was fine, but now when people start saying, what the hell is he talking about? There's been plenty of war in the continent of Europe, so what the hell is he talking about? So, and he made the reference that, he's only seen that like in Africa, third world countries, black countries, this kind of thing. So now once the backlash started, instead of going after the royal rats who first tweeted it, all right, instead they go after her, Nadine White. And apparently I think, I could be 100% wrong here, Nadine White is probably a Jamaican descent, okay, who is a reporter, a journalist in the UK, who was tweeting about it and said, don't blame me, I was just reporting the facts based on from another journalist, and she put reference where she got her information and all of that. So apparently she was Jamaican. Wow. And that was before the tour. William went to Jamaica. Okay, so I'm going to go into that tour here. I'm saying breaking news, IG 2022 was a massive success. It was miraculous, beautiful, caring, kind, loving. After something so successful, always be aware that the enemy never sleeps. They're always cooking up something. Be strong, be prepared, and let's not feed into the trash. Always look at the source. All right, so that's from the Invictus. Let me go into this. So Nadine White, she has a thread. Yes, she does. 3 of them. Okay, I was surprised to be named on the honorary list in the Jamaican and Britain. A legacy of leadership, a first of its kind, the first of its kind book, which highlights the contribution of many Jamaicans and people of Jamaican descent to British life. Okay, let's look at it. Okay, Jamaican and Britain, a legacy of leadership. Okay. There's this, the most honorable Andrew Michael Holness on Prime Minister of Jamaica. Okay, it is with great pleasure. All right, freeze your screen and read that if you can. I'll try to scale it up a little bit when I'm editing and you guys could read it. All right, let's go because it looks weird in my eyes. All right, so there's the Jamaican flag and the British flag. Okay, where is her name here? Okay. Oh, shit, I can't believe this. I find her, Nadine White. There's her name right here. Nadine White, journalist. So she is a journalist. So she's either Jamaican or Jamaican descent. All right, there's her name here. So she was very proud of that. All right, let's go out of this. Okay, launched this year ahead of Jamaica's 60th independence. The book is the brainchild of Jamaican High Commissioner Seth George Womokan, and sorry if I pronounced that, and is endorsed by the government of Jamaica, including people like Mary Seacole, Marcus Garvey, Diane Abert, Ashley Walters, Marcus Ryder, etc. Wow, congratulations. My mother right now, can't chat to my mother right now though. She's so happy, LOL. It's not even just about me. It's about being able to thumb through the pages to info and to learn lots of new info too. She says it really is an inspiring effort, which was years in the making. Congratulations to her. All right, congratulations. This is wonderful and so well deserved. Okay, you like, but you talawa. Okay, I'm not sure what it says. Congratulations, well deserved. We're as bad as each other with the late nights. Okay, congrats, sis. Congratulations, Nadine, for the honorary award. Congratulations. All right, so I didn't even know this was in there. All right, next tweet. And I said it was Jamaican topics. That's how I called it. All right, next tweet under Jamaican Caribbean topics. Okay, chill. Harry's family need to stop. The way she write the word stop. STAAAP. All right, so there's that. I think I comment on that where I said the color red is like blood and destruction, this kind of thing. But the green is more refreshing, revive, and all of that. So they're trying to copy, how do you call this? The Sussexes. All right, but they got different result. Let's see here. There's my comment here. Okay, that's all they can do. Copy material, exterior, but not interior, moral integrity. The Wessex went for blood. That's the meaning of red. Okay, the Wessex went for blood, war, courage, anger. The Sussexes went for life, fertility, renewal. So there, no comparison. All right, so 14 people like it. All right, and the dress is just dress. And look at the shoes open with nail polish while the official meeting. It seems the protocols apply only to Meghan. Okay, I didn't look at the feet. Oh, she did her toenail. Oh, these people are crazy. They're just making themselves look like foolish. Since they were telling Meghan, now look at them. Okay, I don't have a problem being similar, but if that lining and Edward coat is for real, they seriously need help. Yeah, these people are crazy. So I have here Sophie, Edward, and Tigra. Maybe I'll include that. Okay, I'm moving some stuff around as well. All right, so let's go to it. They're sort of related. All right, and that's how you clear a bitch. Okay, and that's how you clear a bitch. Okay, there's Nadine again here. Full text of the letter to Prince Edward and the Wessex from Antigua and Barbuda Reparation Support Commission. The group referred to the royal trip as a, quote, goodwill. Don't leave us to. Oh, my God. All right, let's see if I could read that. Oh, Lord, it's very small. Let's see here. An open letter to Prince Edward and the Countess of Wessex. Antiguans and Barbadians are a respectful people, and so we join with our Governor General in welcoming you to our nation as representative of our head of state, Queen of England, Elizabeth II. We ask for a return, a similar respect. I like that. Okay, it has become a common for members of the royal family and representative of the government of Britain and lament that slavery was appalling atrocity. Appalling atrocity, that's in quote, that it was abhorrent, that it should not have happened. We have heard such from your former Prime Minister, David Cameron, and I think I have shared that with you in one tweet video. And I think David Cameron's family was slave owners, and he got reparation for the loss of slave, by the way, David Cameron. All right? And most recently from your brother, the Prince of Wales, and your nephew, Prince William, but such sentiment did not convey new knowledge to us, African people and their descendants, as most of us have known such since the middle of the 16th century. We have been on the receiving end of the barbarity. We've heard the phony sanctimony of those who came before you, that these crimes are a, quote, stain on your history, end quote. For us, they are the source of genocide and international injury, injustice, and racism. We hope you will like us by not mantra. We are not simpletons. We share with you some other things that we know. We present these issues in a non-confrontational manner. That's very good. I like the way they put it here. All right, this part here, and also we ask for return a similar respect, and this match with what he said above here. Okay, our reparation ideology seek to foster relation between Europe and the nation of our region. We know that European slave trade, the enslavement of African, the genocide of indigenous peoples of this region, and the deceptive indentureship imposed on aliens were not acts of nature. They did from like Mamna, They did not occur like hurricanes or earthquakes. They resulted from willful acts of white Europeans aimed solely at Africans. Wow, what a way of putting it. In other words, this is not a natural disaster where we don't have control of. This is something that you intended, you have full control of. You, with your mind and body and soul, knew what you were doing. You decided to put this, okay, to do this to other people. All right? Natural disaster, you cannot control hurricane. You cannot control the rain and all of that. But this, you had full control of it, but you decided to do it anyway. So that's what he's saying here. Okay, we know that the British Crown, both as royal family and as institution, is historically documented as an active participant in the largest crime against humanity of all time. Oh my goodness. That is true though. Okay, we know that as early as 1558, John Hawkins used one of Queen Elizabeth's ships on one of his slave trading voyages and shared the profit with her. And further, that she went on to exert crown control over trade with West Africa, including trade and slaves, paper, letters patent for such voyages in 1561, 1585, 1588, and 1592. I guess William need to read these and understand this because, I don't know, and his wife as well. Okay, we know that during the 17th century, your family ancestors were owners and investors in the Royal African Company and associated companies, the Royal Gambia Company and the Royal Adventurers Company, set up under Charles II and his cousin King James II. We know that these companies, all dubbed royal, engaged in the kidnap and transportation of hundreds of thousands of enslaved Africans across Atlantic Ocean to the Caribbean. We know that the Crown owned enslaved Africans as late as 1831, 3 years before the passage of the Emancipation Act. Those enslaved included our ancestors. We ask that you respect that. That's some freaking history they're giving them here. Wow. And for some reason, I don't know why I thought there was a certain point they did not have slaves. Okay, I'm confused with something here. All right, there was somewhere I thought they did not have slaves. Okay, we also know that no one today in your family was alive when the crimes against humanity were committed. This remind me, after I finish with this, I'll put it. There's a, oh, maybe I'll do it on another video, or maybe I'll cut this in half. There's a video where a Michigan governor was talking about where his Christian values come into play, that some of the things that happened in the past, slavery, it's not her fault, it's not her family fault, but we need to address it. So that just remind me of that. So please do not tell us that again either, as I've done. We know, however, that everyone in your family continues to live in the splendors, pomp, and wealth attained through the proceeds of the crimes. Oh my goodness. So he's saying here, we know now, right now, the lifestyle that you have right now. You live in, you have several cars, several palaces, several places, different areas, land and whatever, is because of our ancestors, things that you've done, making money off our ancestors back. This is how you are able to get all of those wealth. That's what he's saying here. And thank God Harry got away from that. And I'm telling you, God was, the stars were working on Harry's side, even though it was painful to go through, because as he was leaving, they stripped him of everything. They didn't even leave any money for him. He had to use his mother's money. So now Harry is a clean slate. He has no attachment with none of the things that the royal family is dealing with, right? Because they took everything away from him. Okay? We alert you that throughout your visit to the region, you will hear the call of Caribbean people to the British Crown and government for reparation for slavery. So in other words, be ready for some protest. That's what they're crying about. Okay, we know that a former British Prime Minister has described this Caribbean nation as, quote, the slum of the empires. What? I didn't know that. The slums of the empires. No wonder why. What is it? The Jamaica and other Black Caribbean countries, in order for them to go to the UK, they have to get permission. They have to get visas. While, Canada, New Zealand, all the Australia, they don't need that. Wow, they call them the slum of the empire. Interesting. We know that our leaders, respectful as they are, will find ingenious ways to hide the physical shame of slum from your eyes, but we assure you that across our region, many still live in the deep, persistent poverty and social despair. Wow, that's a very well written. The call for academic is not an accident exercise. It is a demand to Britain and the other enslaved countries of Europe for partnership and a constructive strategy to meet the social and economic development gaps in the region, those imposed through slavery and colonialism, and those that are perpetrated through the incredibly and unjust existing neo-colonial international order which Europe and the United States champion. Respectfully, we ask a few questions and we hope that you will provide answers during one of the addresses you are scheduled to make here or in any other nation in your goodwill. Don't leave us tour. Okay. Goodwill, don't leave, my goodness. Why is it so hard for you to sincerely apologize for your nation's sold in slavery, like decent human beings do when they offend? We know that acknowledging and accounting for wrongs is deeply enshrined within both British law and society. Then why is it that you cannot apologize for your nation's documented historical wrong? Do you think, like members of your family before you seem to think, that we are subhuman species and therefore an apology? With Antigua and Barbuda Reparations Support Commission. Wow. All right. Let's see some of the comment here. Okay, damn. Okay, she's home. Okay, so that's another thing. That's for the Invictus. All right, I'm probably gonna cut this video into two. Some of the thing that has to do with the Caribbean and the slaves and stuff like that. Not slave, rape and all of that. I'll put it separately. Okay, it's now clear that William and Kate's ill fate
Outlier.
and an outlier caused by poor planning. This is now likely to be the pattern for royal visits and expect they'll peter out. 2022 looks like being a pivotal year. Okay, Prince Edward and Sophie protesters call for end of colonialism as royal continent, I guess. The Earl and Countess of Wessex are greeted with banners saying reparation now, compensation now, down with neo-colonialism. All right, there's me here, responded. Okay, it's their blueprint. Accept them as they are or else. Sign written all over for them to make adjustment. Nope, not them at all. Everyone must change or adjust their lives to accommodate them. Said people are seeing it now, better now than ever, I guess. All right, so their blueprint is like, accept me how I am, but I'm not going to change, meaning like the royal family. I'm not going to change. You better accept me. You make the changes and all of that to adjust your life to accept me, the royal family. But that's their blueprint. All right, let's see here. We're all decolonization. The British royals shouldn't bother to do any more royal tours, at least not in the Caribbean enough. Okay, Jamaica Republic now. There's more of this. World map location, the 15 countries where Elizabeth II is the queen. All right, so let's see here. I did, was it that video where I have the UK flag in it? I think I did it either in 2020 or 2021. I'm telling you, when I was doing that video, it was like 2 a.m. in the morning. I felt like I had a out-of-body experience. I don't know what came into me. I felt like I was in space looking down to see where all of the Commonwealth, UK Commonwealth countries were located at. And I came to the conclusion, those people who are advising the Queen and all of that, they really want the Commonwealth to just get out of there. All right? Because these people who are either the government or the people who's advising the monarch, okay, they have special interests. Everywhere they go, they want to drill for oil and all of that. This kind of thing that I mean by special interest in terms of natural resources. They have a special interest. Or it could easily be with war as well, because the UK Commonwealth is all over the world. So if they want to do something stupid, okay, so if they're not part of the Commonwealth, the UK cannot have their army. That's another aspect that I remember saying in that video. All right, by having the Commonwealth in all of these places, which means the government, the UK government, the army, the navy, and all of that have access to those places over there. So it makes it hard for those people who have ill intention of whatever it is. I don't know what that ill intention is, but because of that, this is why they wanted the United States to be out of a lot of treaties with Europe, and you got Brexit, get out of the European Union, and all of this. This was by design. All right. So, oh my goodness, so much. Okay, it was poor planning and execution because they refused to accept that time. There are and therefore the rules of engagement need to change. All of this was done before the Cambridge trip, yet nothing was done. And what is that? Harry was telling them all the signs, stop all of this. You could use Meghan for your advantage, do and that. Instead, they go the other round. And what did they do? They got Meghan out of the country.
If you want to be private, go back to America and live privately. It's pretty straightforward.
And to be honest with you, sadly, that line between public and private life is almost non-existent anymore, and we will continue to do our best to ensure that there is the line. You know, everyone has a right to their privacy, and you know, a lot of the members of the public get it, but sadly in some areas there is this sort of incessant need to find out every little bit of detail about what goes on behind the scenes. It's unnecessary. You know, I hope the private life has to be private, and I hope people respect that.
They literally told her to leave the country. Okay, I'm curious to understand on what basis the claim for reparation is being made. Well, ask those people. David Cameron, I think it was not too long ago. He finished get his payment. Go ask him. How did he get reparation? Okay, you go ask him. The same question you ask in those countries, ask those descendant of slave owners who got reparation. Ask them that, then you come to us. Okay, my ancestors were expelled from England in the 1290s. Does that mean I can claim reparation? If so, is there an application I can download? But the thing that, were you enslaved? Were they using your ancestors' physical body to do those work for them and all of that? There's a difference with what is it? How do they call this? Indenture or something like that, where they hold you for a certain amount of time, but they still pay you. But the slaves, all right, they have no voice. Okay, they have no voice at all. They do all those work for no money. All right, so this is the thing here. When it comes to get money, everybody wants to do that, but the people who have suffered, and many black people are still suffering to the same kind of treatment from their ancestors. All right, let me move on to the next one. Okay, it's like the royal want us to drag them at this point. This is the picture I was talking about. Okay, and the face you make when the colonizers give you a photo of themselves. I'm telling you, these people have no shame. My goodness, they want them to stay to take their natural resources, mistreat them. They can even give them how do they call this, visas to visit their country, but you come in here, stay with us, this and that. Here, there's a picture of myself. This is freaking embarrassment. His face is like, this is what they bring. Maybe you should look behind the pictures if there's something. Okay, for the record, royal giving pictures of themselves as gift is not uncommon. This does not, however, shows that once again, these people having the conversation, giving the conversation we're having, this was a terrible gift for this moment in time. They're stuck in the past. All right, there's me here. Oh, it's not a smile to show they care.
I'm sorry we can only come and give words and comfort, but we are thinking about you the whole time, and we really care about what's going on. So
sometimes it's just more than financial.
Yeah. Well, if we can give you the odd smile here and there, that's important. So
that's William, with his nonsense. Okay, so nothing to better the country as a whole, like money, reparation. Okay, OMG, are you kidding me? Please tell me you're kidding. There's that here. No, the photo is real. FYI, they received a beautiful original painting in return. Oh my goodness. Wow. There's that picture again. Rolling out the red carpet, Prince Edward and Sophie Wessex receive a warm welcome in St. Louis with exchange with Island Prime Minister on first day of their Caribbean tour after postponing their trip to Grenada due to backlash. But why does Edward is wearing such huge, how do you call this, suit? It looks humongous. Okay, what the hell? Okay, image by Joe Giddens. In return, St. Lucia Prime Minister gave the pair a thing of one of the eyes rolled up and a long black tube. And before discovering what the gift inside the tube was, Edward joked, quote, "It's not a fishing rod." All right. All right. Let me go to the next tweet, and that will be it. And my next video, I don't know when I will be doing it. I have thrown the Sussex out of the balcony, and I have Dr. Shola. All right. This is the last tweet. Okay. Karma shows up and shows out for the Cambridges and the Wessex back. Then, okay, the Cambridges and Wessex laughed back, but now this stunt at the Commonwealth event will haunt the entire monarchy for many years. We will never forget. Yep, there's that. Look at Harry. Look at Harry. So worried about her, Meghan's well-being. Meghan was in a space, another different space, probably playing with Archie. All right, so there's that. Okay, not even the crown. Okay, and even when Edward spoke to the Sussex briefly, Sophie completely looked the other way, refused to even look at them. It was vile. Okay, beating them back in the ass. I love that both couples are now getting humiliated by Caribbean countries. They say God works in mysterious ways, the bitchy and godly way they conduct themselves, and his House of Commonwealth Day must have really irritated him. He dispatched Miss Karma pronto. Okay, this image and the one of them all walking out after the Windsors all their lives. So glad it happened, because even though highly insulted for Harry and Meghan, it was the poisonous family for the whole. Don't forget their childish behavior at Meghan's and Harry's wedding. Yeah, and the thing is that, like they say, the karma works in a mysterious way, and sometimes certain people have to sacrifice certain things. Casualty, okay, the casualty to open people's eyes. A lot of people's eyes were open during that time. Okay, it's unfortunately Harry and Meghan, mostly Meghan, had to experience it, but guess what? Hey, people's eyes are open. So that said, let's do prayer. What should we do? Prayer for all right, let's see if we have a small prayer here. Okay. Oh Jesus, my Savior and Redeemer, we kneel before thee and offer thee our reparation. We went for all the blasphemies utterly against thy holy name, for all the injuries done to thee, and the blessed irreverence thine shown toward the thine immaculate Virgin Mother. All right, let's pick an image. I want something short, nothing huge. What should we do? Okay, let's do this one. Morning offering of reparation. Jesus, through the Immaculate Heart of Mary, and in union with the holy sacrifice of the Mass being offered throughout the world, I offer you all the prayers, works, joys, and sufferings of this day in reparation for the offenses committed against the late heart of Mary, for my sins and the sins of the whole world. Wow. And as I'm reading this, I'm thinking Meghan, who went to Immaculate Heart High School or something like that. Yeah, I think this is it. This hit the nail in the head for me. All right, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to help support this channel, there's a PayPal link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. There's a possibility this video might be split into two. All right, so
Nothing but the future left for you until we build up
Mr. President. I didn't expect to wake up yesterday to the news that the senator from the 22nd District had overnight accused me by name of grooming and sexualizing children in an email fundraising for herself. So I sat on it for a while wondering why me. And then I realized, because I am the biggest threat to your hollow, hateful scheme. Because you can't claim that you are targeting marginalized kids in the name of, quote, parental rights if another parent is standing up to say no. So then what? Then you dehumanize and marginalize me. You say that I'm one of them. You say she's a groomer. She supports pedophilia. She wants children to believe that they were responsible for slavery and to feel bad about themselves because they're white. Well, here's a little bit of background about who I really am. Growing up, my family was very active in our church. I sang in the choir. My mom taught CCD. One day, our priest called a meeting with my mom and told her that she was not living up to the church's expectations and that she was disappointing. My mom asked why. Among other reasons, she was told it was because she was divorced and because the priest didn't see her at Mass every Sunday. So where was my mom on Sundays? She was at the soup kitchen with me. My mom taught me at a very young age that Christianity and faith was about being part of a community, about recognizing our privilege and blessings and doing what we can to be of service to others, especially people who are marginalized, targeted, and who had less, often unfairly. I learned that service was far more important than performative nonsense like being seen in the same pew every Sunday or writing Christian in your Twitter bio and using that as a shield to target and marginalize already marginalized people. I also stand on the shoulders of people like Father Ted Hesburgh, the longtime president of the University of Notre Dame, who was active in the civil rights movement, who recognized his power and privilege as a white man, a faith leader, and the head of an influential and well-respected institution, and who saw black people in this country being targeted and discriminated against and beaten, and reached out to lock arms with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. when he was alive, when it was unpopular and risky, and marching alongside them to say, "We've got you," to offer protection and service and allyship to try to right the wrongs and fix injustice in the world. So who am I? I am a straight, white, Christian, married, suburban mom who knows that the very notion that learning about slavery or redlining or systemic racism somehow means that children are being taught to feel bad or hate themselves because they are white is absolute nonsense. No child alive today is responsible for slavery. No one in this room is responsible for slavery. But each and every single one of us bears responsibility for writing the next chapter of history. Each and every single one of us decides what happens next and how we respond to history and the world around us. We are not responsible for the past. We also cannot change the past. We can't pretend that it didn't happen or deny people their very right to exist. I am a straight, white, Christian, married, suburban mom. I want my daughter to know that she is loved, supported, and seen for whoever she becomes. I want her to be curious, empathetic, and kind. People who are different are not the reason that our roads are in bad shape after decades of disinvestment, or that healthcare costs are too high, or that teachers are leaving the profession. I want every child in this state to feel seen, heard, and supported, not marginalized and targeted because they are not straight, white, and Christian. We cannot let hateful people tell you otherwise, to scapegoat and deflect from the fact that they are not doing anything to fix the real issues that impact people's lives. And I know that hate will only win if people like me stand by and let it happen. So I want to be very clear right now. Call me whatever you want. I hope you brought in a few dollars. I hope it made you sleep good last night. I know who I am. I know what faith and service means and what it calls for in this moment. We will not let hate win.